Hi guys, it's Dave here from camp. Just wanted to give you an encouragement from God this week. Just a thought, just that He laid on my heart that might be an encouragement to you, and just connect with you guys because we miss you here at camp. I'm sitting out here. It's a beautiful day. I'm sitting out here by the rock wall. You can see it behind me there. It's a great day. The sun is shining. The water's calm. Boys, do I ever wish you were here, but you will be back, and I will be here, and Mel and other staff members that you love, and they love you, and we'll all be here again sometime. But in the meantime, I thought I'd try and just bring you a word of encouragement from God that He gives me. So I'm going to share a little story with you. So does anybody know what a phobia is? Oh yeah, you guys can't answer me. I'm sorry. Never mind that. Okay. Well, it is a fear of something. There's all kinds of phobias. I was looking at a list this week, and it's huge. Some of them were really strange and interesting and funny. So here are some of them that I found. One is called ambulophobia. It's a fear of walking. Now, I don't know how you get around without walking. I don't know what you're going to do. But apparently people are scared of walking. This is a hard one to pronounce, so I'll try my best. Ephebiphobia, fear of teenagers. Well, that'd be really tough for me because we get a lot of teenagers hanging around here in the summertime. So I'm glad I don't have ephebiphobia. No, I don't really have this one. It's called dentophobia. You maybe could guess. It's a fear of dentists. Some of us might have that one. I'm not really scared of dentists. I don't like going to the dentist. In fact, I really dislike going to the dentist. But I'm more scared of their instruments, especially that one that they pick and pull on your teeth for. Oh, I just hate that one. Anyway, another one, homophobia. You'll never guess what that one is. It's a fear of sermons. Imagine, there's a fear of sermons. What's that? I hope none of your parents have that. And they go to listen on the web right now or go to church when we open back up again. There's another one, phacophobia. It's a fear of growing bald. Haven't got there yet, but the hair is getting thinner. Vestophobia, fear of clothing. That one would be a tough one to deal with, wouldn't it? Imagine being scared to put on clothes. Like, you can't go around naked all the time. No. Anyways, then there's another one really strange. It's pronounced omlophobia. Omlophobia. Fear of belly buttons. Kind of odd, eh? Yeah. Anyways, last summer we changed one of our games for a couple of weeks. I can't remember now what we usually call it, but it has to do with animals. Safari, I think it's called. But it's the one where some of the staff are certain types of animals and you have to get them to come to meet Courtney. And if you can get them to walk there or run there or crawl there, depending on what animal they were, you get points for your cabin. Well, last year we changed it, at least for 1 week. We made it so that the staff had certain fears. And you had to convince them to trust you and then go with you to meet Court. Some of them were scared of grass. And if you look around here, there's a ton of grass. Grass is everywhere. So you had to convince them to somehow get from wherever they were over to Court, up there in the upper field, without touching grass. Some of them were scared of gravel, so they wouldn't cross the driveway. Some of them were scared of people with hats, so you had to first figure out what their fear was, and then everybody took off their hats. Some of them were scared of people who had, blonde hair. So if there's somebody blonde hair in your group, you had to cover them up or tell them to go away, whatever. You had to figure it out. Anyways, there's all kinds. We called it the game Phobias, and chances are when you come back next year, we'll play it again, and maybe we'll do that one. Anyways, I have a few fears. I imagine you got a few fears. I don't think they're real phobias because they don't really I'm not scared all the time or anything. I do have some fears. One of them is I don't like heights. Once while I was at a camp in Ontario with a bunch of students, we were going to be going up on this camp's new high ropes course. And one of the events involved a 30-foot pole, much like the ones we got back here. That's about 30 feet. It's actually longer than 30 feet because it goes down to the ground about 6 feet. But 30 feet above the ground. But it wasn't attached to boards like this. It was just a 30-foot pole, straight up. And you had to climb up a ladder, and then after a while, because the ladder wouldn't reach up that high, there was spikes on the side of the pole. So then you got on those spikes and you crawled up. When you got to the top, you stood on the top. Now, of course, there was harnesses, and there was guy ropes up there so that, if you fell off, you just like when you come off the rock wall, the ropes catch you, you don't fall to the ground and kill yourself. But still, I ended up standing on top of a 10-inch pole. My feet barely fit. And what you had to do was jump off that 30-foot pole and trust the people that were holding the guy ropes, just like on the rock wall, when you trust the people who help you get up and help you get down. But I had to jump, not up against, just out from the board. You had to jump out into empty space. In fact, there was a ball hung out there, 15 feet, 10 feet out there, I can't remember. And you were supposed to jump out as far as you can and see if you could hit that thing on your way down. And they let you fall for a little ways before the ropes caught you. Anyways, my students thought it was great. They thought it was great, except for this one young girl who was pretty intimidated. And so I made a deal with her. I said, if I go, will you go? It was a crazy deal. I was scared. Standing up there on the top of that pole, and the pole would wiggle because there was nothing holding it. I was scared. But eventually, I did it. And I jumped. And what they call that little activity, just like everything gets a name, they call that the leap of faith. But it really wasn't a leap of faith. Because faith is believing in something you can't really see or touch. And I knew, because I'd seen others do it, I wasn't going to fall. I knew that the harness was on me and the ropes and the cables and all that kind of stuff were sturdy, strong. They'd held up little kids with my students that were there and other students every other day at that camp. So I knew that I wasn't going to fall to the ground and kill myself. I knew that I would be caught and slowly they'd lower me down to the ground and everything would be hunky-dory. So it really wasn't a leap of faith. It was more of a leap of trust. But faith, as I said, is believing in something you can't really see or touch. And it does take a step of faith in certain things in life. And one of those is to believe in Jesus. Because you can't really see or touch Jesus. He's in heaven someplace. He's not here at camp. He's not here at your house. He's not here in our communities. Well, his presence is here, and we can see evidence of him all around us, but we can't see him. And we weren't around when he came to the earth. We weren't around when he was growing up, and we didn't talk to people who firsthand saw him or anything. We have the Bible, sure, that tells us the stories of him, but we can't see or touch anything that says, yeah, he's real. So we have to have faith. And it is a leap of faith to give over your life to something that you can't see or touch. You just have to believe in. But it says in the Bible, and Jesus was talking to Thomas, and Thomas is one of my favorite characters because he was a doubter. And sometimes I doubt things. I imagine you do too. You believe, he said, Jesus said to Thomas, you believe because you've seen me, but blessed are those who believe without seeing me. And that's you and me. We have to take that leap of faith and believe in Jesus. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. If you have, thank God for it. And continue to read his Bible and pray to him and grow in your faith. So it might be even stronger. But if you haven't ever taken that leap of faith, read the book of John. Find out who this Jesus is, and then take that leap of faith and believe in him. It'll change your life forever. And it'll be great. God bless you. It's been good talking to you. Tune in again next week. Look on our Facebook page or our website. We'll have another chat. Love you all. Bye for now.